So this is going to be, let me just update the thing real quick. This is going to be D.Va at 2,500. Yes. Okay. I've been given full permission to just roast. Hey Dio, not sure if an appropriate question, but is there a place in which I could procure that desktop picture of yours? Ooh, let me see if I can, I'll post it in the Discord after the stream or something. Hello, Angelo. Yeah, you're here. What is the queue on the VODs? We are right here. And, oh God. We are right here at number 6 of 21. 6 of 21. That's where we are right now. Okay. Anyways, we'll hop right into the... Oh, where's that one, Jew, in the queue? You are number 13 in the queue currently. What is going on with this UI thing? Ooh. You and Jane should do an IRL discussion of OW while you guys walk Ely around the neighborhood. Ooh, that would be fun if Jane would leave his basement. I'd be down for that. I'd be totally down for that. I want my 4K Zari to be reviewed. Submit! Lebex, it's open to the public. Feel free to join the Discord. VOD reviews are free. Feel free to submit. Melody, good to see you. Okay. We're going to take a look at Booty Kaiju. Mr. Angelo. Playing some D.Va. Alright, bring in the D.Va install lock. Let's get it.
I should. Screw that.
What are we going to get?
I can't edit video.
In terms of comp. Ooh, okay. You pressed tab. Let's go. Okay. Booty Kaiju. I love it. So we have D.Va, Brig, Hamster, Bastion, Tracer, Mercy. This is a weird comp to run on Numbani A defense. This is a weird comp. This confuses me, and this confuses me. But I think everything else here is otherwise pretty... Well, I mean, this confuses me too, but it's also like gold plat, so it doesn't actually confuse me that much. I feel like Brig on high ground maps is really hit or miss. I guess it's maybe gonna be okay because she's hopefully gonna shield the Bastion. I think D.Va Hammond is a super strong dive tank composition. We're seeing it a ton in pro play already. It's stupid how strong Hammond is, and it's basically a Winston that doesn't need a D.Va's help. But if the D.Va does help him, it's just unbelievable how annoying it is to try and get rid of them. The Bastion can be okay here on the high ground if he sort of plays safely and moves around a lot. I think as D.Va, your primary job is going to be to dive with the Hamster and then peel for the Bastion and for the Brig a little bit. I think that's primarily going to be your job. Welcome.
Oh shit, I have to set up. I swear to God, I know how to play this game.
I trust you, bro.
So, I'm going to say Hamster is kind of weird in that he's kind of an off tank and kind of a main tank. So, I don't think you need a shield to be a main tank. I think D.Va, Hamster is an example of an off tank, double off tank combo that isn't really a double off tank combo because people seem to be playing Hamster in the main tank position for the most part. I think that's a dual off tank sort of matchup that works really well. Where does the Mercy want to play? Does she stay with Bastion or go around? Primarily she's going to want to try and damage boost the Bastion since he's the biggest piece of damage here. And that's going to be the main way she contributes value to the team, is kind of pocketing him. But she's going to want to sort of fly around a little bit and try and keep people topped up since she will be the primary healer. So one minor thing, this is good that you meet them when they come on the dive up top. One thing that's really powerful about D.Va Boost is that you can use it as an anti-dive tool to stop people who are trying to come up top. So let's back up here and watch this again, right?
I trust you, bro.
I don't trust me.
Because they have a monkey,
We'll see
and
if they go main or, top.
they're gonna come main, right? And the monkey comes up here, right? And you saw him use his jump. So when he comes forward,
Main. They're coming main.
right here, you can actually boost through him. It'll knock him onto the ground, and you can come back, and he won't have jump right away to come and continue the fight, which will leave the D.Va up top alone, and she'll either have to fall down to be with the monkey or try and 1v2 you and the Hammond, which isn't really in her favor. I want to see you use melee more, so really good combo for D.Va is booster into E, or well, okay. Let's actually not quite right. So you want a booster, the ideal combo, the god combo is you booster melee at the same time so that the hitbox carries over and your booster keeps going. Then you M1 plus E, and then you turn that into another melee for max damage. So you hold boosters in melee at the same time so that the residual hitbox from the melee doesn't cancel the boosters. Then while you're flying into someone, you M1 and E at the same time. And then at the end of your rockets, you hit them with a melee in the face. And this was the combo that you would use to just instantly delete people before D.Va got nerfed. Like, this would delete a 200 HP hero before they could even react to you. So that's one thing. The other thing is that, again, you can boost through this Winston, knock him to the ground, and then force the remaining tank, the D.Va, to think about where she wants to play. So this is good here. Bursting down the D.Va. Good call that she's out of mech. And good job backing up.
Monkey's down.
This baby D.Va. Just chilling on the top. Oh, okay, make sure you DM your Mercy out. Nice. And then you want to get out here. You have to get out and live. Use your... No! So, that's unlucky that you get DMAC there. One thing that would have helped that, I think you spent a lot of DM. You were up top here, and you're looking down at people on the side, and you're using Defense Matrix to DM, like, what is essentially trash damage. It isn't really doing anything to you. In reality, you can just walk back around the corner instead of using Defense Matrix there, because then when you do fall down to DM the Mercy, you then have Defense Matrix to also use for you to get out until you have your shift off cooldown. Or more importantly, when you drop down, right, this is where you landed and you're DMing, you boost into the D.Va, you can use that boost and go back up top here where you're safe again, rather than doing a 180 and leaving yourself on the ground. So that can help you keep your mech there.
Zen's low if someone can get him, but he's pretty far back there.
So now, since you're baby D.Va, I would ask if your Mercy can damage boost you rather than healing your full HP Brigida, who's holding up a shield. And you're dead here, unfortunately. Feels Nano Blade. And that's the feel bad about running Mercy Brig, is if they're running Nano Genji, you just lose any fight where they have Blade and Nano at the same time. I can just lose. There's very little you can do to stop it. The only thing you can do as a D.Va in this situation versus Nano Blade is that the minute you have, basically what you have to do is you have to watch for the Genji to use both of his dashes. So he gets a dash, right? Then he ults, and then he gets another dash. And you have to watch for the second dash, and the minute he goes for it, you have to use your booster and knock him away from whoever his target is. So maybe like he's dashing onto your Mercy. You have to stop this from happening. The only way you win versus like a Nano Blade and Genji is you knock him away from a target so that he doesn't get a dash reset. That's about the only way. Or you're like you count on your Brig bashing him But even then, because he's nano boosted, he's not gonna die when he gets bashed.
We have
Like, as D.Va, the only thing you can do is hopefully, like, boop him away from his intended target and deny him a dash reset. It's kind of iffy putting everything into the Genji reflect there, but you had DM, so it's okay. Again, DMing nothing. So you can be really stingy with Defense Matrix because it's a really scary ability for the enemy team to have to play around. So rather than holding it, like, you just want to flash it when it counts. You can burst, you can fly at this Pharah and use the combo I talked about earlier to boost her, to burst her down, because she's out of position. She's right in front of your Bastion. Like, even if she strafes back behind this pillar, we saw her use her boost and her conk. Oh, and she dies anyway. But you should, like, as D.Va, you're really good at punishing people, so you want to watch for people who are playing out of position or doing dumb stuff like that. And this is really good. We've managed to get our Bastion kind of set up in a good position, and we're in a really good position to spawn hold here. Their monkey's a feeder. So this is good. So as D.Va, you can either play around your Hammond here, or you can play up on the high ground. But this is the perfect place. This is exactly where we want to spawn camp. This is not the bomb I would go for. We're spawn camping them, and they're kind of scattered here. Like, they're kind of in Narnia. Numbani is really, really good for set bombs. So actually, I will exit this. And let's pull up Numbani real quick. The Numbani spot, there's a lot of really good opportunities for L bombs and all kinds of weird bomb plays. Here. So they've capped, but like they haven't even managed to push the payload anywhere in their favor beyond like about here, and it's going to start moving backwards. So as D.Va, one really good bomb option that you have that you can use is I wouldn't do it in this general area because there's so many options. Like there's this doorway, these doorways, this doorway. There's so many opportunities for people to kind of hide from it unless it's intentionally placed either right here so that nobody can hide in this area, or it's placed right here at this corner to deny all of this. But I think just throwing it into their spawn to try and get kills when they're kind of all staggered, respawning, they're running away from you, you guys are just picking them off because you've already got picks here. I think it's much better to save your bomb for when they're actually mounting a recontest, because when they're coming in this hallway here, what you could do is, as D.Va, is place a bomb right at this corner and it denies all of that. Gets denied, including the opening of this doorway. So set bombs on Numbani are huge. So I don't think that's a good bomb. There's a question in chat. How much should D.Va be dueling far instead of holding the front line protecting supports? Generally speaking, I think in her current state, D.Va is one of the biggest counters to a Pharah. You can eat all of her damage from afar. If you want to fly into her to duel her, there's pretty much nothing that a Pharah can do about it besides ask for a pocket from a Mercy or ask for a Zenar orb and like try and get away and hope to live. I don't think D.Va should expend all of her resources every single fight looking to duel a Pharah, especially if the Pharah is playing safe and playing with her team or playing in her team's backline. But I think if you see a Pharah playing really, really aggressively or playing out of position, as D.Va, it's your job to put a stop to that and to punish that, because the biggest punisher of Pharah right now in the current meta is D.Va. Like in the current state of the game, D.Va is the best possible counter that you can have to a Pharah. OW Strider, welcome to chat. Bombs are weird for me. It's kind of weird to know when to bomb. Like, what is a good time to bomb? So a good time to put down a D.Va bomb, this is actually a really good question, kind of depends on the purpose of your bombs. If you're remeching, so if the purpose of your bomb is I want to keep the fight going, so the fight can be won if I have a D.Va mech, like the fight can be continued if I have a D.Va mech, then you want to launch your bomb, run somewhere where it's safe to remech, and then remech and do so and join the fight. If you're bombing to get kills, I think the best way to do that is with a set bomb or with a bomb play. So where your team knows the D.Va bomb is coming and they're able to set up the bomb for success. Or if you want to zone people. So for example, you want to zone people off cart, maybe you put the bomb on the top of the cart. If you want to control an area, bomb is a really good way to do that. I think the best way to think about D.Va bomb is you never want to throw a bomb in a situation where the fight is already won. And you having mech or you getting kills is irrelevant to whether that fight is won or lost. And you don't want to use bomb in situations where you're going to feed ult or situations where it's going to get you immediately killed. So you'll see that their D.Va basically just did a reverse version of the bomb like that I was suggesting, where she throws it around the corner, and it means your Bastion and your Mercy like don't have an easy way of escape. So here you have to make a decision, right? We've lost 2 people. We've lost 2 people very early on in second point, which means we need to either stall if we think these 2 people are going to make it back in time, which I don't think they're going to. Even though we've killed their Ana, unless we get another kill here, we haven't made a good trade, especially losing our primary DPS and our primary support. So you either need to stall here, and that's gonna be done by playing off of the mini to your right and like contesting, in a circle. So you're gonna like run, you're gonna contest the payload for a second, run onto the mini. Contest the payload for a second, run onto the mini, contest the payload, run onto the mini, over and over and over again. Try and take as little damage as possible and live as long as possible. Or you need to say, this fight is lost, we need to regroup, I'm going to fly off the map. And I think which one you should do is going to be dependent on the next kill in the kill feed. So, D.Va 1v1s are won by who has more defense matrix. So you have to DM there. Versus the D.Va at close range. So it looks like you're actually going to be the next kill.
Two-way main tank here.
I'm gonna switch on sail. If I can get there in time.
And judging by it, actually, if we had managed to stall that, we would have had respawners in time. That feels bad because we get the pulse bomb off. Oh, we lose our Brig, and I think our Mercy is just getting there. Damn, that could have been winnable, actually. That's what feels bad. Because if you had mech and were alive, you would have eaten that far ult, I think.
Sorry, bro.
We have to back up now. There's no winning this. Don't even go in here. There's no winning this. You're just feeding. Quality 500 HP feed. Yay. Okay, the fight is lost, but since enemies have spawn advantage, would stall actually be that useful? So when I say stall in that situation, there's a reason I say touching the payload, returning to the mini, and trying to live as long as possible, right? The goal there isn't to stop the payload from moving. It's to keep yourself safe and buy time for your team to regroup, right? And keep the fight going. Because even though they have spawn advantage, they had spawn advantage that entire time and were getting spawn camped because that corner is just really, really hard to push as attackers if you're being held there. Like there's very little space for you to work with. And you have very, very poor sight lines compared to the enemy. So if you... Oh, my phone's going off. Uno secondo. So just some all-around big feeds in this one. I do appreciate the Weeb music. Wait, Dia, say that again. I missed it. About the 180... Oh, it's... You hold... Okay, I'll pull it up, actually. Hold on a sec. Oops. Oh, wow. This account's decayed. Shit. Anyways... Not hero gallery. Training. Practice range. Quebec is where it's at? Ooh, woo. What are you? XQC? I'm kidding. Okay. So, as Reinhardt, right? What you don't want to do is this, right? There's an enemy, right? What you want to do Instead of just holding right click, hold right mouse button. Oh, there's an enemy. And you can free look.
はいモム、I worked I 15 hour day, I go sleep now, Anna, hit ME night.
Oh, good night, Green Arrow Snipes. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Sleep good. Free look overrated. Just set your EDPI to 10k and do 360s nonstop. Is this possible on console? Let's ask the Google machine. Because I don't know. Let's see. It's possible on console? Oh! Chat's got it, so I don't have to look it up because I was like, I don't know. It is R right trigger 2 on PS4 and right trigger on Xbox. There we go. Now we know. Hold the triggers. Chat big brain.
Whatever you say, Lieutenant
Hell yeah, bro.
Flying Hawaiian has redeemed Ask a Question. It is the magic, of the seeds, which will pop up. They're Streamlabs sort of like viewer loyalty reward. So you just get seeds for watching and you can use the redemptions in the bottom right corner. Okay, anyways, so enable BTTV so we can use the sweet pogs and poggers. I need to add them to Franker Face C. But yes. What about seeds? Bottom right corner. You get them for watching. I forget how many you get. I set it to like some obscene amount. You get a nice amount of seeds for every minute you watch. You get like 10 or something like that. Yeah, you get 10 seeds and then like 100 or something lets you redeem them. Juice Vivo. Thank you so much for the follow. Okay, so our attacking comp is going to be Far Mercy here. I need to close Overwatch because this is, hearing the trading bots in the background is bothering me. Okay, so we're going to run Far Mercy. Again, we're going to run the Hammond D.Va dive, and then we're going to have, thank you, BattleNet Launcher, for opening. We're going to have a Tracer, and we're going to have Zen. So this is actually a pretty good dive comp. I like it. Me likey. The way that I would want to stage this dive is I would want to send Far and Mercy in main. So here's your Far Murky. I want to see D.Va and Hammond either dive top main or rotate around through the bottom and dive top right. So somewhere along this bridge, like somewhere along this balcony, I want to see Hammond and D.Va dive. I want to see Zen either play bottom by the bus, or if the team is going to buy time for him to set up, I want to see him go through bottom potentially and set up in the doorway if he can. If not, it's okay for him to play by bus. Bus is really safe. And I want to see Tracker. Where is Tracker? I want to see Tracker path through... Come here, Tracker. I want to see Tracker path through bottom all the way up top and come into the top hallway to participate in the dive with the Hammond and the D.Va. So that's ideally the way you play this.
Positivity is the name of the game. You have to win the mind games before you win the video games.
PMA! Pog! Alright, let's skip into this attack.
Step ahead.
Mobile.
Wait, we get 8.
I went too far.
Monkeys. Are we just gonna go main?
Alright, we come out, they have a D.Va. Top.
Yeah. Let's try top if they have Junkrat.
So this is so weird because it looks like, I can't tell who it was, your Tracer?
Okay.
Yeah, went top left. Your Mercy decided to go with your Tracer, which makes no sense. Your Hammond went top right. Your Pharah went top right. Your Zen is playing bus where he's supposed to be, and you went after the Tracer and the Mercy. So you guys are gonna get dove here and get deleted because you and the Mercy are both playing where they're not supposed to be.
I'm down.
Good melee on him. But Unfortunately, this was just lost the minute you and the Mercy went with the Tracer. So here you need to either die or get out, but you can't just chill in this mega room because you are wasting time being a baby. Your Tracer, you guys trade Zens, which is in your advantage if you can get your mech back now. Okay, nice.
I got my mech back.
A little bit of a dangerous place to remech, but that's fine. They're not looking at you. And now you want to decide a target that you're going to go on. So look at, like, as an off tank, your biggest thing that you want to think about is how can I help my main tanks, in this case your Hammond, accomplish their goal. So you want to look at what is my main tank attacking, or better yet, what is my Tracer attacking? What is my Pharah attacking? How can I attack the same thing as them? So in this case, you're going to peel for the Mercy, which is fine here. It's a little bit late because your Mercy already GA's away, and you're going to get primaled out of your mech. And I think that's a situation where I would use a bomb to just remech. And I'm going to explain why. If we back up and kind of look at this fight a second time, it'll become a little bit more clear, I think, for chat and for you. So we're going to get back into mech here. Keep in mind that at this point their Zen is respawning and is coming back. We kill their Ana, right? Our Tracer's forced to recall. Our Mercy's going to live. We lose our Pharah. So we're still pretty much even here. We force their Monkey to primal, but our Pharah, our Mercy trades her life for our Pharahs. But our Tracer is going to pop off and get one, and their entire team is really, really scattered, right? The Monkey is primaling, and as soon as he demechs you, he just leaves. You have people up on the top, and the rest of their team is scattered. So you actually get a free remech here, completely uncontested.
If I get my mech back.
But now it's too late to try and bomb point, because even by the time you get back in, the Genji's just gonna farm you now for ult. Like, he's gonna farm, not for ult, but he's gonna farm you so that someone else can get ult, because he's gonna demech you. Yeah, you were a feed machine here.
Has anyone fed as hard as I have in the history of paladins on mobile?
Yeah, I've seen some people feed as hard. So biggest thing here is, like, to bomb or not to bomb is a decision based on who's focusing you and where's the enemy team positioned. There's a Genji to your top left that is gonna come back in and flank and try and farm more ult. The Monkey whiffed his jump. Melee him, melee. He's so killable. No! If he'd gotten a melee... Ooh, this is an interesting bomb. That's a spicy place to remech also. So you kind of seem to just, like, throw bombs and forget about them. Like, aim your bombs. Vape and Asian, thank you for the 101 bits. Much appreciated.
And it down. Nice.
But it's okay. Your team cleaned it up. So biggest thing as D.Va is think about your bomb and think about bomb placement, because you actually do have a lot of control over that. How good is bomb as a way to open up a fight? If your team has the ability to follow up quickly on it and they know where it's going to be placed, it can be a very good way to open up a fight. So if you, for example, and I'll actually open up this example because it kind of is just kind of what happened, right? We threw a bomb from here into this corner and it landed approximately, this is so hard to do because it draws a circle. It landed approximately there. So that's what happened with our D.Va bomb just now. If your team knows that's happening and this is planned, then depending on, like, where the enemy team is defending, that's going to force them usually into the opposite corner on the opposite side of the map. So one thing that would be really good, right, is not in the scenario that happened where they're all playing in that case, they're all playing top. Wowie. They're all playing top here. Oh my God. I would like to use this. If they're all playing top, right, like this, then as D.Va, what you can do is you throw your bomb here, for example. So if you throw your bomb along this like corner, so right, you know, just right where the arrow points, the bomb has sights over all of this, right? So what happens is the enemy team is then forced to try and run, and they have no choice but to either run around this corner, or they have to drop down here and try and run around this corner, or well, not that corner, but like the corner that the arrow is pointing to. They have to try and run around this like corner into here to try and hide from this bomb, which means your team can then say, I'm gonna bum rush these two areas, right? And if you bum rush those two areas, right, they're all gonna die. So I think bombs to open up a fight can be a really good thing if it's communicated where the bomb is going to be, because if people only have two places to escape from the bomb, they're either going to die to the bomb or they're going to have to run into your whole team running into the bomb. Fire, thank you for the 1 bit. Yes, we are at 6 of 21 in the VOD review queue. Would you possibly accept a Widowmaker 1v1 challenge from that one Jew? Yes, I would. Not on this exact date, but yes, I would be down to do that because my Widowmaker is rusty as fuck. So I would love to play Widow 1v1s. They're a great way to practice Widowmaker versus other Widowmakers. I'd be down for that. Thick Boy McGee also asked if shit is stored in the cheeks. If you eat acids, that mean you eat shit hyperthinking. Yes. Got you, base clap. Dual Jane Widow? That'd be fun.
Lieutenant Eddie written all over it.
Wait, fake?
Yeah, fake.
What happened to the real one?
I don't know. He probably died or went to YouTube.
No, but his YouTube videos. Looking forward to.
All right, this is good that we're playing the corner here.
Yeah, I'm just the fake Lieutenant Eddie.
Fake Lieutenant Eddie. Ooh, woo. So I'd want to find out, like, where's your Hammond here? Because this is who you want to be playing with. I would not want to go in this deep because you are feeding and it forces your mercy to Valk. So as D.Va, you don't want to be the aggressor. You want to let your main tank be the aggressor. And as a result, you lose your mech and they attack blaster. And your mercy's going to res you.
I'm back.
Because she loves you. But I wouldn't remech because you're just going to die. You're just going to feed the Moralt and die. Oh, maybe not.
Monkey.
Now their monkey's feeding. He's free. What a feeder. Okay, you can go for a big L bomb here if you want to.
Same.
Yes.
Poggers.
Oh, I didn't get anybody. Feels bad. No, I got the D.Va mech. Big. Nice. Good job knocking him out of his E. That's exactly how you want to kill him. Oh, unlucky.
I'm sleeping.
You didn't get to eat the sleep in time.
I'm sleeping on the job again.
Hey, it was a good nap. I'm rested.
Oh, nice job on killing the Ana. Big. See if you can... Oh, I was going to say see if you can back out after that, though. So, you front face a lot as D.Va. And as D.Va, you want to let your main tank do the main tanking. Ooh, big pistol on that monkey. I saw that. You can kill this round, too. Run into him and just melee him. No fear.
On my side.
Nice.
He's dead.
Big. Okay, now you can farm those supports for ultimate.
Inside the building. Left here inside the building. He's gonna like fucking high noon behind us. Yeah. What did I just say?
It doesn't matter.
You weren't wrong.
It's a feeder ult. It's a big feed from him. To ult their flooded comms range. Yeah. Shane, Arrow, Dio, Iostux, Widow Deathmatch, Battle of the Coaches. Ooh, that would be sick! That'd be so much fun! I would love that. Alright. We traded
Angry
one.
monkey.
Their monkey is angry, but he is also feeding. Nice kill.
Alright, push up, push up, push up.
Hog, not the target I would boost onto there, especially since the Ana was low, and you even called it. Like, generally speaking, as D.Va, you don't want to engage on a Hog, especially when he's vaping, because, like, you're not going to be able to do anything. And you want to be looking... So, biggest thing for you as D.Va is think about what your teammates are doing, and how can you support them. Because off-tank is the role where, like, you get to, like, steal all the kills by helping your teammates do their job. We forced Trank, so this would be a good time to back out. Oh, unlucky. We're not going to do it. Pro tip, we had no main tank. You did. Hammond, listen to me. Hammond is a main tank. Hammond is a main tank. Let Hammond pick the dives. When Hammond falls on something, that's when you engage. Engage with the Hammond. Now we have a monkey, so now it's like obvious which main tank we have. But before we had Hammond, let Hammond lead the dive. Hammond is a main tank. I know he doesn't have a shield, so he doesn't look like a traditional main tank. But generally speaking, Hammond is played as a main tank. Let him pick the dive and follow him. Let him choose the initiation. Right? He has tons of initiation tools. But he was apparently solo tanking. Am I small brained? Did we not have a Hammond anymore? What happened? We didn't have a Hammond anymore. Okay, never mind. I take it back.
I did it. No, I helped.
In that case, though, you still don't have to front face, right? If your team is saying, "Hey, no front, no, we're not gonna have a main tank," that doesn't mean you have to try and be a main tank on the off tank. Like, you're just gonna die. You're just gonna feed ult over and over again and die. If we back up here, okay, we have a Hanzo now. That's where our high Hammond went, right? So the monkey comes in here. Like, if your team is saying you don't get to have a front line, that's their problem. Don't kill yourself trying to take engagements you're never gonna win, right? Like, you're not gonna win this engagement with a hog. He's just gonna he's just gonna hook you. And it's good that you have the awareness that, yeah, they're all gonna be playing, like, we want to go in through this and stop anybody from coming through here, but if you pick a duel that you can't win because you don't have resources, or that, like, you don't expect, because I don't think you expected the McCree to be there, you're gonna lose that duel. Like, just because there's no main tank doesn't mean that you try and main tank as another tank that isn't a main tank. Like, all you can do is play your role the best that you can, but you can't try and force, like, put it this way, you can't force Hanzo to be a healer. You can't heal any better on Hanzo. So why would you main tank any better on an off tank? Like, a DPS isn't going to be a better off tank.
Good we get a monkey. That's good.
Or maybe a better analog is that, like, no matter how hard you try, you're never going to make Pharah a hit scan. You're never going to be able to run Pharah in the place of a hit scan and play Pharah like a hit scan. So if you're going to try and play like a hit scan, just play a hit scan. In the same way, you're not going to be able to run D.Va like a main tank. So either play the best main tank you can without an off tank, in which case look for someone else who's engaging and try and play around that person. So in this case, your best option would be your Tracer, and that's really the only primary sort of traditional dive character that you have, is look for what your Tracer's engaging on and try and help her, and then primarily play peel for your backline. But you're not going to succeed at trying to be a Winston as a D.Va any more than Pharah is going to succeed at being a soldier as a Pharah. You can't heal any better as Hanzo? Okay, we'll add it. D.Va can make space, Kappa. I mean, you can, but you're gonna make space by dying. Okay, here. I'll add it, chat. I'll add it. I got you, don't worry. If my keyboard allows me. Acupuncture arrows that heal. I mean, maybe. But anyways, all you can do is play the best in the role that you've chosen. And if you think that you can't do that in your role, then either switch to the most appropriate role that's needed. So in this case, if you're going to try and frontline as D.Va and be a main tank D.Va, just play main tank. But if you're going to play D.Va, then you have to switch to another style of D.Va. If that's not going to be the D.Va that supports a main tank, then it needs to be a D.Va that supports your dive DPS and follows up on dive, or it needs to be a D.Va that is primarily playing peel for your backline. So, oh, nice. We're playing inside the monkey bubble. This is big here. You can go for another really big L-bomb here as soon as this whole hog ends. Especially since they're... Oh, it's big. It's big. It's big. It's big. It's big. Yeah. You got the Zen. Big. I would have thrown it from a little bit further away. So, like, I actually would have tried to play the angle rather than throwing it, like, right on top of cart. Because if they see it right as it's about to explode, or if it's landing right as it's about to explode, it's really hard for them to predict what cover is actually going to, like, block the explosion hitbox and what cover isn't. So it's a very minor, like, optimization, but you'll find that your bomb kills will get a little bit more if they're placed from, like, as far away as possible. Good eat. Unlucky, your Mercy was to the right. No, you had to be to her right to eat it. That's unlucky. There's nothing you could have done there, but it's just unlucky. Like, as far as the DV goes, the Mercy, like, getting hit by the Deadeye here. So, we've got one more fight here if we regroup. I think in this situation, because you're getting, well, you were getting damage boosted before your Mercy just hee-heed, go for the remake. And now we need to, like, plan an attack as 6. So your monkey's gonna primal. At which point, find something that someone is shooting and shoot it to you. No, stay on that, Zen! Oh, that's a feels bad. Oh, the McCree in the back line just murked your Mercy. That's a feels bad. I think you should have stayed on that Zen. He was really low. But this is just a clusterfuck of your team doing things. A real clusterfuck of your team doing things. No, you don't have one more. Oh, your Mercy's big! Okay, get to a safe place. Yes! You're big! You're massive? It's winnable. Oh, you ate that hook. Unlucky. No! Your DM! No! You just got deleted!
Keep me alive.
You have to play payload here. Like, literally just play on the payload and hide until you get your mech back. Damn, you got yoinked again! Stop eating Roadhog hooks!
It was a fun game, and good luck in your next game, bros.
Do you let the person you are reviewing be in call with you if they want to? Yes. Yes, I do. Gates was fine to just let me tear into him. Okay. Let's talk about D.Va. Things you can improve with your D.Va. Things you can improve with your D.Va. That makes it better because we know what they're thinking. Yeah, exactly. We did that once with Flying Hawaiian. It was really fun. Okay, so D.Va. That one. That thing. Okay. 1. There are multiple different styles of D.Va. If you Google, I think it's done by, let me check who it's done by real quick. Yeah, Level 5 Pidgey has a bunch of guides on D.Va, but specifically there's a video in here somewhere that, is it Level 5 Pidgey? Maybe not. This is D.Va alt locations. Someone out there has a guide on the different styles of D.Va play. Who would it be? No, it's not Emong. But there's a bunch of different styles of D.Va play. And, like, one of them is, like, support main tank. Or there's, like, follow on dive. Or there's peel D.Va. I think what you do is binge all the footage of Mickey you can find and pass out, and you'll wake up a better person. Mickey makes me so happy. He's such a cutie. He's such a sweetheart. So you can play support your main tank D.Va, you can play follow on the dive D.Va, you can play peel D.Va, you can play bully D.Va. I'm gonna try one more time to find whose video it is. If it's not Level 5 Pidgey, is it... Low-key Nerd! Ha! I found it! It's Low-key Nerd! It's Low-key Nerd. Okay, here we go. It's Low-key Nerd. Low-key Nerd has a video somewhere in here on the different styles of D.Va. Somewhere in here. It's definitely Low-key Nerd. Yeah, Coach Sexy made one on Genji. But Low-key Nerd has one in here somewhere on the styles of D.Va, and it goes through the different ways that you can play D.Va in depth. I think a big thing for D.Va play is understanding all the different ways you can play her and trying to evaluate in the situation which D.Va is the D.Va I need to solve the problem my team is having. Because there's multiple different ways to play the hero. Way too many for me to go in depth about in one VOD. But like the primary ones I talked about in the VOD were support the main tank, follow up on the dive, and peel. But there's also like the bully D.Va. There's a couple of others as well. I would check out Low-Key Nerd's guide on YouTube. Like explains in depth all the different styles of D.Va that you can play. So I would like investigate some of those. Think about how you can use like your cooldowns and use your kit as D.Va to accomplish different goals, because primarily as an off tank you want to help a teammate. Like the way I think about it is an off tank is looking for a way to help a teammate contribute to achieving their goal. What else? The max damage combo, which we talked about in the VOD, is important. Use melee often. Max damage combos are big. Also, playing around cover. And 3, bomb placement and intention. Think of whenever you use an ult, like ult is so powerful in Overwatch, and like D.Va bomb is so like the hitbox on it is so broken that like a well-placed D.Va bomb is just impossible to avoid. So thinking about bomb placement, whether that's practicing bombs in the practice range or like seeing what maximum bomb range you can get or seeing how you can place those bombs, like it can have a really big impact in the middle of a fight when a bomb comes out of nowhere and just wipes 3 people because they weren't expecting it. So I think bomb placement and like bomb usage is just a big thing. Like it comes with time and with game sense, but if you think about the situation that you're in and you're thinking about, well, why am I using my bomb here? Even if you make the wrong call in the moment, the fact that you're thinking about the call and why it was a good choice or why it was a bad choice is a huge step in the right direction. I've been seeing him for several streams now. Ooh, who? Wait, I missed something. Whenever I look at Demon's shoulder, I see Zenyatta's face. Oh, you're right. Holy shit. Illuminati confirmed. Anyways, that was Gates and Logic's D.Va and Platinum. Thank you so much for submitting, and I hope that was helpful for you. I hope that was helpful for chat as well.